As a grenade, it would have been used much as it is today, in explosive devices thrown by a soldier into a mass of enemies.
Throughout the 20th century, really, the grenade has been one of the main shock weapons of infantry troops. But in fact, some of the first grenades were over 1,000 years earlier than this, probably dating back to Byzantine times, if not earlier, when flammable materials were placed inside vessels.
The grenades contained Greek fire, and its main constituent, naphtha. Naphtha is a naturally occurring organic chemical from the same family as petroleum.
The naphtha would have been a burning agent which would have been very sticky and would adhere to clothes and weapons and armour and pretty much anything that it came into contact with, making it difficult to extinguish.
The device became a weapon of terror. The ceramic casing of the grenade could easily smash on impact, causing the lethal contents to explode all over enemy troops, weapons and equipment.
I think it's fairly easy to imagine people bursting into flames, screams of people being charred and burned, their skin on fire. It would have been a devastating weapon.
For the first time in centuries, Richard is going to test the model.
It's about 2/3 full to give it a little bit of oxygen so that it can flare when it lands.
Thousands of naphtha incendiary grenades would have caused battlefield panic.
If 1,000 of these were suddenly hurled at one time onto the enemy, the effect would be fairly devastating.
But nothing could prepare enemy troops for Greek fire's ultimate death machine. The ancient stories tell of a naval superweapon able to set fire to the air itself.
The device I've got here is very similar to a 2-cylinder force pump which was invented by Heron of Alexandria. The reservoir on this reconstruction is at the back of the piece here, and I'm guessing it probably holds somewhere between 3 and 4 gallons. There's a lid there obviously to make sure that it's protected from sparks and any kind of stray forms of ignition.
Richard has crafted the model with military precision. The piping must withstand pressures of 100 pounds per square inch. The twin pumps will be powered by Richard using the handle, exactly as the ancient pyromarines would have done. This drives the Greek fire into the system.
It's then forced through the pipe, all the way along this delivery pipe here, through a joint at the top which is pivoted so they could actually direct the fire to some extent, and then finally to the jet itself, and this is going to give us the burst of flame.
Richard's replica of a Greek fire machine is an awe-inspiring success. A raging inferno leaps over 20 feet to engulf the ship's side in fires of over 800 degrees Fahrenheit.
Well, that was absolutely amazing. From where I was standing, that looked totally devastating. It must have looked even more dramatic if it was coming actually straight for you. For something that already would have flammable materials aboard, that thing would be torched by now. I think we can see from this demonstration why everyone in the ancient world was absolutely terrified of this weaponry.
Greek fire is so potent that it continues to burn under the water. Over a millennium after Greek fire was first discovered, the Ancient Discoveries team has proved that the Byzantines did have a device able to control its amazing firepower.